5 big red flags for bad restaurant customer. If you spot any of these, be ready to have a long night. My name is Davide Cerretini, former owner of Botto Bistro in San Francisco, California. You all know me for the story about Yelp, Hate Us on Yelp campaign. I am the guy that started that. I am the guy that beat Yelp. Now, in this video, I'm going to highlight 5 terrible customers that you can detect immediately. It doesn't take that long. They're going to be obvious to detect. For many of you, they are in business for a long time. This is going to resonate so familiar. For the new one that they think to open a restaurant or they just start, this is gold, my friend, because I wish someone like me would tell me at the time, 20, 30 years ago, what to look for, what to do when I come across this type of customer. Number 1, the big talker. Of course, this is always at the top of the list. Everybody has the big talker. During a busy night, you might have more than one. Usually, they're the one that they know everybody, that they live close by, that they're gonna let you know how much money they spend, how many houses they know, what car they drive, and what are their favorite restaurants. Usually they are famous restaurants. They're not gonna tell you that they're going to the hot dog cart on the street. So it's all about embellish them, okay? They're thirsty for one thing, attention. It's like Dracula without blood. He's gonna die. Those are in need immediately of grabbing your attention, especially if they find out that you are the owner, you're dead. They're gonna be there. So there will be an avalanche. They're gonna shoot all the bullets that they can. You have to listen to whatever embellishment they did for themselves. If you're lucky, they're not going to ask you anything. Otherwise, there will be obviously something that they're going to ask, something special, something for free, or a donation for the school of their kids, whatever. But they're going somewhere. And if you're lucky, again, it's not going to cost you anything. It's just attention. But those are not loyal customers, neither to you and to anybody else. Number 2, the one that doesn't look at the menu. Assume that this is his kitchen. Like I'm an Italian chef. My restaurant was an authentic Italian. Somebody walk in, sit down. He doesn't even look at the menu and then look at me and goes, just make me a chicken parmigiana. I mean, this is not your fucking kitchen. This is the menu. Take a look. I never serve chicken parmigiana. Don't assume. It doesn't show confidence. Is show entitlement. And those are the ones that they're most terrible than everybody. Obviously, they tell you already what they want. They didn't even ask if you can. They're going to show you the type of person they are. So do you think you really want to waste an extra second to try to make these people happy? Just send them somewhere else. Or make that chicken parmigiana if you can, and then make sure they don't come back again. Be polite always, but don't give them much attention. Those are a waste of money. Number 3, the trash talker. This is a classic. I mean, every single business, but especially restaurant, they have the trash talker. This is the typical customer, a man, a woman, whoever, who's going to come in your restaurant, who's going to sit down, grab your attention, is going to tell you how wonderful is your place. Obviously, it's going to be their number 1 place from now on, because they're going to start to tell you how crappy is your competitor. They used to go over there to John restaurant, but it went downhill and the food now is not good, the service is bad, whatever they can find there to downgrade every competitor and put you up in the pedestal, they will do it. Just so you know, tomorrow when they go somewhere else, you're going to be the one that is going to be trash, okay? It's not your turn tonight, but that's what they do. That's the typical one. They're not loyal to anybody. They don't spend that much money. It's just a waste of time. That's number 3. And then this is getting fun. This is one of the most fun. This is the most typical. I am a chef, or if they're not chef, today everybody's a chef. But in case they're not, their son is a chef, or a cousin is a chef, or they know a chef, or the best friend of a chef. And on top of that, their grandmother is the best chef in the world. Now, I usually give the same amount of fuck about this, which is equal to 0, especially to their grandmother. Their grandmother doesn't work in a restaurant. You don't need to know if it was the best or not. You don't need to know if they know a chef, because you couldn't get any last neither. So what is that? That is just to make sure that everything is going to be special for them, because They want to just let you know that they know how to cook. They know that they're special and you need to pay attention to them. So that is a game that they play everywhere else. They probably don't know shit about food, especially about your restaurant, and just don't pay attention. Always be polite, but don't be involved in conversation about chefs, about cooking, because that is just going to drag you down. And they're never going to be happy anyway, because they are the best chef or they know the best chef. Number 5, last but not the least, is the owner hunter. That's a typical customer. They make you regret that you say that you are the owner. Those are the ones that they come and they want to make sure that they order to the owner, or they meet the owner. They introduce themselves, their family, and their guests by name. They tell you their background. They ask you about you, and then they're going to split a salad and a glass of water. They're absolutely useless, but they need to know the owner. They need to say that I went in a place and know the owner. Apparently, knowing the owner for many people is so important, more than the food, more than the price and everything. It's priceless. It's just an experience. In other video, I'm going to tell you why it's not a good idea to say that you are the owner. This is one of those. But usually you have to listen a lot of bullshit. Now, these 5 type of customer that I just mentioned, they have one thing in common. They're not going to be loyal to you. They're going to be wasting time. And they are usually bring just no positive things. They are a damage sometimes. They are not really going to give you anything, the opportunity to grow with them. They are no interest in anything. It's just grabbing attention. All of them, they have in common that they need attention, your attention. How do you deal with this? Now, keep in mind that your time is precious. As a restaurant owner, you dealing with not giving the what they want, which is the attention. Again, be polite, be super polite. Never been rude, but don't get involved in conversation. The attention, your attention should be in the one that they are not there to perform. They're there to actually have dinner, respect your business, and you need to pay attention to that, if they like it or not, how much they spend, if they were happy, if after dinner they order also dessert, which means that they have a great meal. Otherwise, you would not order dessert. Those are the ones that if you have a minute of your time, go and introduce yourself. Go and tell about them. Spend the time. Not to this. Again, those are performances. Those are not customers. And they perform all around the city, all around the world. This is a theater, right? My name again is Davide Cerretini. I have a program that is going to take this to a different level, which is using this type of customer that they are useless to you and transform it in a treasure. What do I mean with that? At Botto Bistro, I polarize my customer, filtering this kind of customer that I didn't want it, that they would just waste my time, and use them, the words, their presence, what they want, what they ask, the way they act, in order to grab and invite and attract my ideal customer. I did that successfully, and in my program, I give away the blueprint of how to do it. If you're a restaurant owner, you need to have more weapons than you had until now, and I got that for you. Click the link below. I'm going to offer 1 hour of my time. If you book a strategy call with me, I'm going to tell you about my program, listen to your idea, the issue that you have in your restaurant. I'll see you at the next video.